Hi everyone, I'm FVVG. You might know me from a few videos before, but ImpulseRC have asked me to do a build video on the new 7-inch Addtocart, which has been released a few weeks ago. And I'm assuming some of you are just getting it through the post, so it'll be the perfect time to do a little build guide on the build and the frame itself. So quickly just going to go through opening up the bag and the parts and the little nuances that come with the frame. Now, the frame itself is a Addtocart frame with a tension system. So if you build an Apex before or a Addtocart Apex before, it'll be very easy for you, and then we'll provide some guidance on the tension arms themselves. So let's get to opening it. So here's the bag. Take away the dust on the desk. So there's the bag itself. I'm going to just open it up and just see what's inside. Got a bit of tape on my hand. I've not actually seen what's inside yet, so I'm pretty excited, and it's glued very tightly shut. So let me see if I can get some scissors. Cut this open. And let's see what's inside. So we have what looks like are all our four arms with the brace system, and you have the press nuts inserted, which makes it a lot easier on two of the arms. You have your standard HD body kit, which comes with the HD Apex, so nothing different about this, all very much the same. And then you have your accessory parts, which come with the Mr. Steel version, and that has your plastics, screws, and an XT60. I forget it comes with an XT60. So, it comes with everything you need. And these two are very standard. The special part comes into this kit right here. So this is the two arm lengths with the braces. So let's get on to putting this together. So what we need to do is put together the frame much like a normal Apex, and put it together. Ignore the braces and the screws for the braces for now. Put it together and just keep the arms very loose. So there's many videos out there, and I put a link in the description to the actual ImpulseRC Apex build guide. The frame builds completely normally as you would with a normal Apex. When it comes to mounting the arms for the tensioning, that's when it gets a bit interesting. So build Apex, and I'll just show it right now how it should be built and how loose the arms should be. So go off and build it. I'll grab a cup of tea, and then we'll come back. Just one quick one, just before I went to go. This is the Addtocart Apex kit, so you need to build it like a Addtocart, and there's a guide on there as well. So the longer arms need to be at the back, and the short arms at the front. So I'll leave that to you, and we'll come back. Bye. So if you've gotten to the stage, congratulations. The one thing you should do is, when you're getting to the end stages of your frame, is to really keep the arms as loose as possible. So there's one slightly tighter screw here, so I'm going to back out a bit. And this is key to the next step. We need to make sure the arms are very loose, because we will need to pull them in with the braces. So what we need to do next is put our front motors on, and utilising the braces at the same time. So let's put our front motors on, and I'll show you how that's done, and what screws you need to use. So let's have a look at that. So what we need to do now is put on the braces themselves, but we do that by mounting the front two motors on. So I flipped it upside down, front two motors, and then what we are to do is to have the bag of screws that were given to us, which are here, for specifically these braces, and the length of them suit, so they go through the brace itself, the depth of the carbon arm, and then enough depth to bite through to a motor. So the motor I've chosen is the Velox. I've got two here. I've got one unpackaged already, the Velox 2808 in 1500 kV. This will suit my purpose because I wanted a little bit more punch, but the kV and size of motor you choose will be very personal to your goals. Velox T-Motor recommend this for a 7-inch motor size for long range and cinematics, so it decided it was perfect for me. So I've slotted the arm brace through with the screws, and I've mounted it to these inside holes here. As you can see, it's sitting there, and then I'll gently grab the quad, flip it over, find the two holes, and then grab my 2.5mm arm and start screwing it through. There's my 2mm. There it is. Okay, 2mm. Start feeding it through. So make sure it's lined up. Feeding through. So that's that front left one, and then we'll do the other side. So we'll do the same thing again. Grab two screws and have it fed through. So this way will be this way. So I'm going to have them fed. Just make sure it's mounted the wrong way, which it should be. And they're ready to go in. Okay. Now you want to get the other motor and put it on the front left. So I'm quickly going to just snip this open. And then mount the motor on. So again, put it through the holes here. Should slot in, flip, find the holes, start screwing through until the thread starts coming through, and you should be able to just feed the first one in there, and then the second one is a matter of lining up. So make sure these are tight. We're going to be using this as a way to tension the arms, so let's make sure they're nice and tight. Now here's the key part, make sure you don't pinch your motor wires. So what we're going to need to do at first is, like I said before, keep these arm screws loose here. You can hear they're rattling, and we're going to need to find two extra black screws for each side. And what we need to do is, when we screw them in, is we're going to have to pull these arms together just very gently until the holes align, and then feed a screw through. So I'm going to flip this over and do it for you. So we will do this side first, and you can see it gently aligned there. Going to feed a screw through, and we're going to squeeze the arms together as we do this until we find the hole that we need to. So keep going, keep going. And what this does is introduce tension into the arms. By introducing tension, we are inversely reducing some of the vibrations that come through in the arm through flight. And then, if you screw in the other one at the same method, it should just feed straight through. So now the arms are under tension either side. So that's that one done there. Let's do the other arm. Now the other arm is going to be slightly harder, and it ends up being slightly harder because of the fact that we've just put these arms under tension, so it's pulling the other side already. It does create a slightly tougher movement on the opposite side. So I'm going to be a bit more firmer with pulling and aligning up the holes. So I think what I'm going to do is just slot the screws for now, get them ready, and pull this in even more. And it will take a good grip And I mean a really good grip, because you can see me reaching over to get it in. You should be able to find the holes just about. Really need to squeeze these, there you go. Really need to squeeze them in. This is a lot tougher than I thought. So, there we go. There's that first one in. I'm going to grab the second one, start feeding it in as well. And it's found the press nut. I'm not pulling it in. So this side was a lot harder. Oh no, it just grabs the carbon. Sorry. This side was a lot harder because, as I said, the other side is already under tension. So once you've done those, you can tighten these arms up a bit. Just make sure these are fully tight. Flip it over. And now, much like the Apex guide, grab your 2.5mm screw, start tightening the arms up in a star fashion, or a figure of 8 fashion. So you do corners, and then opposite corners again. And then the inner bolts. That creates the magic compression and tension in the body itself. So I'm going to do this side then, the figure of 8. God, my arms are tight. And then just need to make sure our motor screws are nice and tight, so there's no play there. What this means is essentially your braces are in and you are free to build your frame, or the rest of your frame up. So you can put your electronics in, you put the rest of your motors in. The bottom motor mounts are going to be the same screws that you traditionally use, and you can put your plastic feet there, and essentially that is it. So hope you enjoyed this. It's a very simple sort of introduction on how to build this frame. It's very similar to how we build our Apexes previously, and I have done for years, so this was very intuitive for me. It's the first time I'm putting it together, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm actually flexing the frame and it is solid. So Sean, you've done a great job at designing this frame. Really am impressed, and I can't wait to get it up in the air. I've got a kit ready to install on it, so I'm going to get it built and tuned up. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions, please do pop them down below, and I'll answer them, or myself and the team at Impulse will. And good luck on your build, and I hope you enjoy the frame, because cannot wait to take this on a long range cruise and get some amazing shots with it. So thank you again, and hope you enjoyed the guide. See you soon. Bye.